Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life with Mercedes. So today we are going to talk about money dysmorphia syndrome. Now I get it, some of you are like, they're coming out with a saying for everything. Well, it's important because then you can kind of label it, you can learn about it, and you can educate yourself. And if you fall into that category, you can improve your life. So money dysmorphia is essentially when you think your finances are much better than they actually are, or they are worse than they actually are. So somebody might think that they're in an awesome financial situation. I make X amount of dollars. My spouse makes X amount of dollars. We're living the high life. But they are not budgeting. They are not tracking their spending. They are not taking into account those student loans that they owe, the mortgage, the this, the that, all the credit card spending, all the little nickel and diming. If you watch any of those like financial rescue shows, most of those people think that they're in a really great situation, but then when the money manager does the accounts and it's like, well, you're $5,000 in the hole every month. And they're like, there's no way. It's like, numbers don't lie. So the other one is when somebody thinks that their money situation is much worse. So somebody might like really refuse to spend any money, like they don't turn their heat on in their house, they don't go anywhere, they don't do anything, and they're just stocking away money, which is important to stock away money, but not at the risk of your health, wellness, and safety. And then if they actually were keeping track of what they have, they are ahead of the curve than most people. And so both of these are disordered thinkings. Now, possibly those are due to traumas or uneducated, you're not educated in finances. You don't know where to begin. A lot of people are just doing a hope and a prayer. Like, if you have no budget and if you're not monitoring your spending and if you are not balancing your checkbook, then it's kind of a hope and a prayer. So that might be where some of the fear comes from, the fear of writing everything out, whether it be because you're in a better situation or a worse situation. I know for me, when I decided to pay off my debt, I knew roughly what my debt was. But when you take a pen and a piece of paper and you sit down and you really write down what you owe, down to the dime or penny, whatever it is, and how much you make, and oh my goodness, I'm spending X amount of dollars on credit cards, that's money that you're in the hole most likely. When you actually sit down, it's very vulnerable and it's very eye-opening, and some people are not ready for that. And I would encourage all of you to do that. If you've never done it, sit down today. Do it old school. Piece of paper and a pen, sit down and write everything that you owe. Like even that money you owe to grandma, whatever it is, write it all down. Write down your income. Take out your W-2s from last year, or pull up your paychecks from the last couple of months. Write it all down and see how they are connected. And thinking that you're doing better than what you actually are doing, you're going to end up in a situation where the bill collectors are going to start coming and your credit card debt is going to be so big that you can't pay the minimum anymore. And also, if you're in a really good situation, but you think that you're not, you're potentially doing harm to yourself by maybe not getting that car repair, by not seeking medical treatment when really you could be. And there's a lot of people on YouTube who are choosing frugality at the danger of their own health and safety. And a lot of that has to do with trauma. Like maybe they didn't have any money growing up, or maybe they went through something like financial abuse in a past situation. And so you really want to address both of those things. So just some things for you guys to think about. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And until next time, bye.